G'day everyone, it's Justin and
Scott.
Two dads again from Australia, and we're coming to you today with the all-new Toyota Corolla hatchback. Now mate, I brought down, this is the all-new Toyota Corolla. Corolla's what, the world's best-selling car.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you had one when you were a kid.
I was just thinking back this morning. Yeah, absolutely. I think I remember in the 70s, like having one that was like a family car driving around, and it became such a big part of the family. It had its own name and everything, right? You think of it in Sydney, we've got car companies that only rent out Corollas. That's like their only car they even do, right? So this car's pretty amazing in what it does.
Yeah, but I think this one here is a bit of a game changer for Toyota, isn't it? Purely on the fact that the styling is really different to what you expect, I guess, a Corolla would be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, walking over to see you this morning and walking up to see this car, I was really shocked, I've got to say. It is really sharp, the styling on the outside, and I don't think I've said that about a Corolla for quite a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this car came to Australia in, I think, August this year. It just come out. It comes in 3 grades. I'm going to refer to my notes, people. Sorry about that. It comes in an Ascent Sport, which is the base model. There's an SX model, which is the mid-range model, and there's this one here, which is the ZR, which is the top of the range model.
Yep, all the bells and whistles. Yep.
A big change for the Corolla, I guess, is that hybrid drivetrains are available in all 3 grades now. So for an extra, I think, $1,500 on each one, you can actually get a hybrid drivetrain. Now, the Corolla starts off, as we mentioned, the Ascent Sport, 2-litre petrol, 6-speed manual, $22,870 list price, and goes all the way up to the ZR hybrid model, $31,870 with a CVT. But this one here is just below that. This is the petrol 2-litre ZR. It's $30,370 plus on-road costs, which do vary from state to state. Now, the 2-litre petrol engine, it's a new engine. The previous model had a 1.8. This one's got a 2-litre petrol, 125 kilowatts at 6,600 RPM, 200 newton meters at 4,400 to 4,800 RPM. They all come with a CVT transmission, 6 litres per 100 Ks. And I can actually vouch for that because I took it up the Blue Mountains for a bit of a trip, and I was seeing 6s in this car on the highway.
That's terrific, isn't it? Yep.
Which is good. So now the hybrid, for anybody that wants the more economical version, I suppose, it's a 1.8 hybrid, 72 kilowatts, 142 newton meters, 4.2 litres per 100 Ks combined.
Wow,
it's pretty economical, isn't it?
Yep. So if you're doing quite a few kilometres and stuff, that's going to make a lot of sense very quickly. That extra $1,500.
Yes. Yep. So, mate, I thought quickly talk about the new looks of this car. It's like I said,
you can't go past that, right?
Yeah,
that's the first thing that hits you. Yeah, absolutely. I think then that goes for inside and out, right? So obviously you guys are looking at the outside at the moment, but inside just the same thing. A lot of sharp lines. I love the wheels. Everything about the outside it reeks like sporty, sort of really fun-looking car.
Yep. And the first thing that gets you when you actually open the door and get in the car is just the increase in tech, isn't it? It's like when you switch the thing on, the amount of tech in this car is just like really, really good. Yeah. And that's not only like usable tech with the, I think it's a 8-inch screen there, touch screen. It's got, all the bells and whistles and everything, nav, everything like that.
So much to list. It's pretty much got everything you think, heads-up displays. It's got induction charging for your phone.
Yeah. And we're talking about the ZR model being the top of the range one. So they've just loaded this thing up with everything, haven't they?
Everywhere I looked, it was like, oh wow, it's got that, it's got that. I don't think I remember a Corolla actually coming with so much stuff. Even if you got the top of the range, you didn't get as much as this one's got.
Exactly.
They've just thrown everything at it. Yep.
But the other thing too is the safety. They've really hit this car up with a lot of good safety features, like standard autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist. It can pick up all that stuff as well. Roadside recognition, so you can actually school zones. When you drive through a school zone, the car tells you, hey, you're going into a school zone, you better slow down.
But we love that safety element, especially if it's a family car and there's a lot of distractions in the car and a lot of things going on. So all those things can be really good.
Active cruise control, radar cruise control. Now I used that on the highway the other day, and it's really good actually. Yeah, it's got lane keep assist as well. So
yes, I noticed that.
it's a really good system that actually, you know, slows the car down if the traffic starts to slow down in front of you and everything like that. So, no, it's smart tech actually on the car. The SX comes in addition with blind spot monitoring, and then the ZR gets the blind spot monitoring plus, you mentioned, the head-up display, which does show your nav, shows you speed, everything like that. So that's really, really good too. Yep. The ZR also gets the JBL sound system, 8 speakers, the sports seats. My favourite thing, heated seats, 2-stage heated seats.
You love your heated seats.
Lumbar for the driver, the wireless charging you mentioned, the keyless entry, I love that too.
Just again, just throwing everything at it, right? And you just mentioned the seats. I think the seats are pretty spectacular as you get into the car. So again, very sporty feel. I mean, they were comfortable for me to sit to. I think they were great. So that's a good addition.
Couple of little pet things that I think let it down just slightly, just personally. No auto wipers. Like you've got everything else. Why don't you chuck auto wipers in?
Yes.
And also, pet hate people. Parking sensors.
Oh,
please.
God, here we go, Justin.
Parking sensors. Don't make it an option. You've got everything else in the car. Chuck it in. Come on.
Yep.
So yeah, just a couple of little things. But apart from that, it's got everything, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Hasn't it?
So I'll have to say, we mentioned it looks really sporty on the outside, looks sporty on the inside.
Yeah.
It doesn't drive that sporty, let's just be honest. It's more than capable, actually. I'm very impressed by the engine. So I think for the size of car and everything, it's got more than enough.
Improved that.
But don't expect sporty sort of to match quite the sporty look.
I've got to say, look, if you're looking for a sporty sort of small hatchback, I think Mazda 3 SP25 is probably a bit sportier to drive. Golf as well. That's a nice car to drive as well. The Golf feels more sort of, I guess, with the quality of the materials and stuff like that. It can. I mean, this is good, but the Golf maybe just that slightly bit better in terms of that. But as an overall package, there's nothing wrong with this thing.
No. And we were just debating the value for money as well, weren't we, right? Like with all that stuff thrown in there, absolutely not saying this is not a good value for money car at all.
I think that's where the big thing comes out of this thing. It's actually cheaper than both those two cars.
Yes.
Like for spec, it's at least $2 or $3 grand cheaper. So it's really, really good. So
2 things I've noticed. Being a bit taller, tried to get into the back seat. You do need a little bit, be a contortionist a little bit to get there.
Packaging is a bit compromised.
So for kids and stuff, wouldn't be so much of an issue. Just for adults, getting in the back seat regularly, a little bit of a challenge. Probably not what this car's designed to do anyway too much. So, but I just wanted to point that out. And we both noticed the boot space. So I would find that quite a challenge to live with. It's flat as you get in, and there's nothing going down, and so you don't have that vertical height at all in the boot. So there's not a lot of space. So anyone thinking about this car, so many good things about it, but I think that boot space. If you've got to carry anything,
this one, I don't know.
You have to make sure it suits your lifestyle.
Exactly right. Now, mate, the other thing about this car, servicing and warranty. Okay.
Yes.
Good and bad, I suppose.
I think we talked about the Camry last week being only 3-year warranty. I'm assuming this is the same.
3-year, 100,000k warranty.
We don't think it's quite enough, but yet it is a Toyota. It's probably nothing's going to go wrong.
But let me throw this at you. Okay. I read up on the Toyota information they gave us. $175 cap price servicing, 12 months, 15,000 Ks. That's pretty good.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's awesome.
Good. So good and bad.
Yep. Okay.
Now, mate, X factor question.
Yeah.
Now, is this something that you would park, look at your reflection in?
Well, I try to set the bar high about looking back, because I don't say it about many cars. Okay. This one's an absolute yes.
Yeah, I agree.
I would look back at this if I was leaving to go to the shops. I'd have a look back.
It's
done a really good job.
Yeah, definitely. So I think, with the SR gets the 18-inch wheels as well. That makes a big difference to the car. But just like we said before, the styling of the car, the new front end, the rear is quite sporty as well.
Absolutely.
It's got those 2 exhaust, fake ones.
Fake exhaust. That's the theme of all cars at the moment.
But hey, they look good. It's all right. So, mate, I think it's a good looking car.
Sharp looking car.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to put out a big thank you to Toyota Australia for the loan of the Corolla. I think this has been an eye-opener for us, hasn't it?
What is already the world's best-selling car, for me, they've made it better, so it's very good.
I think so, and definitely put this on your shopping list. If you're looking at a small hatchback, like we said, a couple of little compromises, but it's got to suit your lifestyle. But definitely have a look at one of those.
Agree.
All right, we'll see you later.
See ya.